Hey everyone, and welcome back to our Pokemon X and Y playthrough. We're in the double digits now, this is part 10. But for those of you watching this in the full movie, we hope you've taken a break, drank some water, and also hit that like and subscribe button.
Yeah, welcome back everyone. Today Joe's gonna storm Team Flare's base, and I think he's still in shock that Lysander was actually the bad guy in Kalos Obama. The moron only just figured that out in the last episode.
Well, he did keep going on about making Kalos a better place, Donald, but what he meant was making it a better place for Team Flare, and literally killing everyone else off with the ultimate weapon, an Yveltal.
So basically, Lysander has two ultimate weapons, doesn't he? He has that ultimate weapon that's powered by dead Pokémon, and also Yveltal, who's gonna go around and turn everyone into stone.
Well, don't worry, Donald, because Joe fucking Biden here is going to save the Kalos region and go down in history as the savior of all. He will be forever immortalized.
Hey, I'm glad you have so much faith in me, Obama. That really makes me feel good, old buddy, old pal. And why the hell are Team Flare members working as waiters in this Republican cafe?
Joe, just because it's red doesn't mean it has anything to do with the Republicans, you dumbass. And anyway, this place was just a front for Team Flare's base, kind of like Team Rocket had with the game corner in the original games, and then again in that little shop in Mahogany Town in the Johto region.
Hey, I stormed the hell out of that place, Donald. It was great fun, and I'll do the same again here too. I'll wipe everyone out who gets in our way.
Well, it's good to see Sylveon here managing to do lots of damage to these grunts Pokemon, Joe. Dazzling Gleam is actually proving to be useful for once.
True, Obama, since we haven't battled any dragon types yet, and there aren't even any dragon type gyms in this region too. There is, however, one dragon type Elite Four member.
Alrighty, boys, check it out. I found the secret password to open the secret door up. This was exactly like Team Rocket's base in Heart Gold, except there isn't a Murkrow to chase.
And there he is, boys, the main man himself, the conniving ginger who's gonna destroy the whole world.
Yeah, looks like we gotta battle him now, Joe, so get ready for this one. He might be one tough cookie, or he might end up being a pushover like every other battle in this game so far.
Okay, well, his first Pokemon is a Mienfoo Obama, and I know this is a fighting type, so I could potentially send out Charizard to deal with his whole team, or just spam out Dazzling Gleam with Sylveon.
Not worth it to send Charizard out for this battle, Joe, since I was kidding about Lysander being tough for you.
All right, good to see my wife here one-shotting everything that comes her way, Joe. It's also a bonus that basically all the Team Flare grunts have Pokemon that are weak to fairy types.
Except this one, Donald. Lysander has sent out a Gyarados now, and we have no counters for flying types, actually. None of our Pokemon has electric moves, and Greninja's rock move is so weak.
All right, Joe, not happy that you got Sylveon killed again. Not gonna lie, but I think this would be a Charizard moment right now, so just send it out. Use Solar Beam and one-shot this blue snake boy.
Yeah, sending out Sliggoo was a dumb move, Joe. You should have expected Gyarados to have a Dragon-type move, and now look what you've done. We won't get it to level 50 now, thanks to your incompetence.
To continue with Joe's incompetence, he still hasn't named it Gumball like he said he would. Joe, a viewer requested that, so you better get on with it after this episode, or just wait till we evolve it and then nickname it.
Donald, I have so much going on that nicknames have been the last thing on my mind recently, dude. I have been doing all the editing and script writing for you two, as well as me, since you decided to be an ass and not help me.
That's called delegating. Joe and Donald and me have delegated you to do all of that work for us, as we have other important things to do, like respond to comments and play Super Smash Bros.
Sorry to cut you off, Obama, but that was some major bullshit right there. There was no way that Gyarados should have survived a hit from that Mega Charizard. Why? Our Charizard is so OP, so Lysander is clearly using hacks here, boys.
Or it just had good stats, Donald, you moron. Not everyone has Russian buddies like you, which you can phone up anytime you like. I'm surprised you haven't done that yet to get a level 100 shiny Arceus.
Well, Joe, that may happen at some point in the future. Remember in Platinum, I took out the Elite Four with Arceus for fun. But since then, no other Elite Four has been worthy to battle me with Arceus.
Hey, Donald. Why don't we talk about all the comments we received in the last video from our viewers telling us who their favorite gym leaders are? We got so many comments, so thank you for that.
Oh, hell yeah. Obama, we got so many comments. It was great to read. I even forgot some of the gym leaders our viewers commented about even existed, since they're so forgetful. But anyway, for this video, please comment down below what your dream team would be.
Yeah, we'd love to know your dream team of 6 Pokémon you'd take to all the regions in battle with. Donald's would obviously be Arceus, and then 5 other overpowered legendaries.
By the way, good job for beating Lysander there, Joe. The idiot probably didn't expect that. But looks like he's gonna let you explore more of his base now, which means more Team Flare battles. And you're absolutely right about me having the strongest legendaries on my team, too.
I'll tell you what my dream team would be in a sec, Joe, but first you gotta find the key to that elevator Lysander just walked into. He said some scientists around here might have it. And my dream team would be Charizard, Melodic, Metagross, Dragonite, Dragapult, and probably Gengar.
I have no idea what my dream team would be, Obama. There's over 1,000 Pokemon now, and it's just so overwhelming. I guess that's the reason they stopped putting the national dex in the games after Sword and Shield.
Joe removing the national dex was one of the dumbest decisions they made seriously. Imagine how fun it would have been to complete a Pokedex with a 1,000 Pokemon in it, and you could even create a living dex from that, too.
Yeah, when it came out that the national dex wasn't in Sword and Shield, I think that caused quite a commotion within the Pokemon community, which is valid to be fair. And that was before the Pokedex even had 1,000 Pokemon in it.
Well, I would probably be dead by the time I tried to complete a Pokedex with a 1,000 Pokemon in it, Obama. And it was my birthday the other day, too. And you two didn't even wish me happy birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, old buddy, old pal. Congratulations on another lap around the sun. Here's to many more years of us playing Pokemon together.
Yeah, what Donald said, Joe. Congrats and all that, but at your age, who actually cares about birthdays? You have more important things to do than celebrate anyway, like recording my videos and script writing to finish off. This series is almost coming to an end, you know.
That's true, Obama. This series is coming to an end since we only have one more gym battle left. And then it's just the Elite Four and champion remaining.
Wow. So even on my birthday, you two won't even give me a day off from doing your work for you. And all you two do is spend your time replying to comments and giving everyone little heart icons, and I don't even get the chance to do any of that.
Oh, look, Obama. These two have stormed the place like Joe has, and they got way farther than he did, too. We should have just let them deal with all the Team Flare grunts in here and then run in right at the end to take credit for everything. LM out.
Donald, I know you heard what I said, and you're just pretending to ignore me. I refuse to do any work on my birthday, so fuck you.
Wow, Joe Biden is actually standing up for himself for once. Look at that, he's growing up. All right, fine, Joe. Just this once, we'll let you reply to comments and give people the heart icon, but only for today, so don't push it, bro.
It's not even that big of a deal, Joe. And anyway, it's your turn to play, and since that's the case, it's only fair that you do more work than Donald and I.
Well, that's bullshit right there, Obama. Because when you two were playing, you still made me do everything. So how is that even fair at all? You're both just gaslighting me now.
Wow, he actually remembered that Donald, holy hell. But either way, Joe, we're giving you the day off for today, but after your birthday is over, it's going to be business as usual, all right, buddy?
You know, these Team Flare grunts have basically the same Pokemon as Team Magma did Obama. And they're both about that fire life, so that's convenient, isn't it?
Well, they're only Pokemon that's the same Donald as Mightyena, and anyway, Team Magma would stomp Team Flare if they went to war with each other. But who do you think would win a battle between Gruden and Yveltal?
That would be an interesting battle, Obama, but I think Yveltal generally has the upper hand since it can fly. But saying that, Primal Gruden is OP as hell too, so I'm not sure. I mean, if I was Yveltal, I would just fly as high as possible and send my death ray until Groudon turns into stone.
I don't think Oblivion Wing would work against Groudon Donald because it lives in volcanoes and gets all that magma on its body, which then turns into stone. And Groudon can wake up from that whenever it likes, so Yveltal would be the one to get crushed, I think.
Joe, that is such a dumb point, you fool. Yveltal's Oblivion Wing turning things into stone isn't the same as magma. Remember in the movie we watched when Ash's Pikachu got turned into stone and only Xerneas could free it?
Donald, you actually just compared Groudon getting turned into stone with a Pikachu, and apparently I'm the fool. You do realize Xerneas would also get wrecked by Groudon. Groudon could take on Xerneas and Yveltal at the same time.
Well, that is the biggest load of bullshit I've heard from this entire series so far, Joe. You actually just said Groudon could take on Yveltal and Xerneas at the same time, which is just not possible.
Actually, it is possible because all Groudon would have to do is turn the entire ground into lava, and then Azurneus would melt, and Yveltal would eventually have to land since it can't fly forever, resulting in it also getting melted to death like Anakin did on Mustafar. I win, you lose, so there, Donny boy.
Joe, you haven't won anything, you dumbass. Your logic is so unbelievably flawed that it's pointless arguing with a fool like you.
I hope you two are done fighting, because I think we're getting close to the end of this shithole. And I don't think either Groudon or Yveltal would win anyway, boys. The real winners are the friends we made along the way, or whatever their saying is.
I suggest you stay out of this fight, Obama, for your own good. And I will come back in the next episode or whenever with some major points to counter you, Joe. I will not accept another loss from Joe Biden of all people.
Keep telling yourself that, Donald. You know this was my W and your L. And anyway, I think this is the last admin we have to deal with, boys.
I just want to say, Joe, that I don't think this is even their main base. This is just a little side base that Lysander has. I'm pretty sure the other one is in Geosenge Town, remember?
Yeah, they built a door into one of those stones. Obama and that grunt ran off into it when we were there. I actually do remember what's going on there, but I won't spoil it for Joe because I'm the bigger person here. And even though he's pissed me off, I'm still a good friend.
Well, you're definitely the biggest person here, Donald. That's for sure, Elmau. But yeah, I remember that grunt, and looks like I'll be the one to storm that place too, boys. They should hire me as a member of SEAL Team 6 when my term comes to an end with all the storming of secret bases I've been doing lately.
Joe, you wouldn't even make it past basic training, so how about we stick to you storming virtual secret bases for now?
A man can dream, can't he, Obama? Stop taking that away from me, but anyway, you're probably right. The arthritis in my fingers cause me so much pain every time I push these buttons to play the game.
All right, well, that concludes that battle, Joe, and I hope to God we have no more stupid admin battles from now on either. They're so trash that it's a complete waste of my time even watching Joe take them on. I have better things to be doing here, seriously.
Calm your pants down, Donald. He got the elevator key, didn't he? And I don't think there's any more battles for now either. I don't blame you, though. I really want to leave this place and just go catch Yveltal.
I hate this puzzle, boys. It makes me super dizzy watching our character go around in circles every time he steps on these blue arrows. It gives me a headache.
Joe, you're such a weirdo. You know that, right? Now get your ass down that elevator so we can go after Lysander and see what evil he's up to this time around.
You know, for someone who's meant to be the leader of Team Flare, Lysander isn't as threatening as some of the other evil leaders I've had to deal with, boys. Cyrus was definitely the scariest out of them all.
Joe, shut your mouth. It's story time. Now look.
Whoa, holy hell, boys, that giant homeless person was just imprisoned there, and now he's telling me a story. What on earth is this all about?
This Joe is the ancient king guy from 3,000 years ago, and his name is AZ. Basically, he's immortal and walks the earth looking for his Pokémon, which is that Floette.
Wow. So that was the war that everyone kept going on about. Lots of Pokémon took part in it, and somehow this king dude was involved, right, Obama?
Yeah, that's right, Joe. But to stop the war, AZ built the ultimate weapon, which Lysander wants to get his hands on. And that weapon uses Pokemon as fuel, I think, and then he uses it to end the war.
Well, you forgot this part, Donald, because his Floette died. And that's what caused him to build the weapon, since he wanted to try revive it.
Oh, yeah, so this guy wanted to play God now, pretty much Joe. I'm surprised Arceus didn't get involved with that war too, guys. Surely he would have stepped in and just nuked them all to hell.
Well, to be fair, Donald, AZ's weapon is basically a nuke in of itself, so there was no need for Arceus to do anything. And anyway, remember from the Arceus Chronicles special anime movie, he only steps in when it's really necessary.
I would have thought a huge war like this would have been the perfect place for him to step in, though, Obama. All these poor Pokemon battling for real and actually killing each other instead of just getting knocked out is so sad. It brings tears to my old eyes.
Well, you both call me Mr. Petty Pants, but talk about holding a grudge. He got his Pokemon back fully revived from the dead, and he's still not happy, so he goes and nukes the planet, basically.
Yeah, I mean, look at the size of that fireball, guys. This guy must have been super pissed, but what blows my mind is this guy went and built a machine that revives Pokemon from the dead over 3,000 years ago. And here we are in the modern day not being able to do that.
Well, that weapon managed to end the war, Obama. So I guess that's one good thing that came from all that destruction.
Yeah, true, Joe, and if you look at that Floette, it's a special one. A viewer commented about this floette being unique, and I wanted to shout him out, but can't find his comment. So sorry about that. You know who you are, though.
Anyway, back to the story, Joe. This floette up and left AZ because it got mad that he used that weapon to destroy everything. And it was also sad that the weapon that brought so much destruction was the same one used to resurrect it.
Hey, look at all those Pokémon stuck in stone, boys. Yveltal must have had something to do with this ultimate weapon if they're all looking like that.
I don't think he actually did, Joe, but regardless, that's the end of the story. And Lysander has him imprisoned here because he wants the key that unlocks the weapon, and you need to stop him, Joe.
He has the key around his neck, though, Donald. That doesn't seem like a very clever place to put it when you've been captured.
AZ is actually doing us a favor, though, Joe. He's telling us to stop the activation of the weapon at all costs. Otherwise, we'll have to endure what he has for the last 3,000 years. As fun as it would be to become immortal, I wouldn't want that. Imagine having to say goodbye to everyone you love all the time.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that either, Obama. That sounds like a pretty sad life at the end of the day. You'd outlive your kids and grandkids and great-grandkids.
All right, Joe, this is Lysander's chambers, apparently, and I bet he won't even have a bed in this place. Also, there's no sunlight here either, so I bet these fools aren't even getting enough vitamin D.
Oh, look, it's that Jeff Bezos guy, boys. This is that mad scientist guy who's pretty scary with the kind of experiments he does, Joe. He could put the CIA out of business. LMFAO, but anyway, this dude was definitely in the anime, and I think we're gonna have to battle him.
Hey, I'll crush this guy like all the other admins, Obama. I don't care if he's some super scary scientist. With Charizard on our side, we shall conquer all.
Well, hang on now. Fair play to him for actually using a Crobat, though, guys. He's the first and only person in this game who's gone and evolved a Golbat to make the battle somewhat challenging.
Just because he's using Crobat doesn't automatically mean this battle will be more challenging, Donald. This game is still a walk in the park and was designed to be easier, remember.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Obama, and he only has a team of 2 Pokemon on him anyways. But still, I was just happy to see someone fully evolve their Pokemon, unlike Ash, who refused to do that for some reason.
It would have been nice for Ash to fully evolve all his Pokemon, Donald. But they made him not do that, so there was more variety among his team and so that he had a reason for not being so overpowered. Because if you look at his Ultimate Journeys team, they're all fully evolved.
Oh, look, boys, Jeff Bezos is sending out Malamar now. I remember in the anime that this Pokemon tried to take over the world using its psychic powers for mind control or something. Now, this is a Pokemon which could be considered evil, and I have no clue what Arceus was thinking with this one.
Well, it died in one shot, Obama. So good luck to it if it tries to take over the world again. And the funny thing about that Pokemon is that to evolve it, you had to hold the console upside down.
I remember that, Donald. It was pretty funny, but I think we should end this episode here now, boys, because as you can see before us, there is a red button and a blue button, and you know what that means, don't you?
Yeah, it means the next episode is going to start with a fight. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a great rest of your week, and follow us on Instagram and TikTok, too, by clicking the links in the description. See you soon.